Welcome to another render update. So today let's actually start on the monthly chart, and right now we are currently going down in a fourth wave of the main third wave, and I don't think it's done yet. Let's actually go on the daily for this. So we did get an A, B, C down, which could mean that the low is in for this fourth wave, but right now we have not been doing that much after we actually got to this low right here. So I cannot really confirm that the low is in, and I see no bounce to the upside. So maybe we'll get another low before we actually continue going up in the fifth wave of the main third wave. Now, why do I have this on the chart, this whole yellow thing? Well, because I want to pretty much help you understand what happened in the previous cycle. So in the third wave, in the previous cycle, as you can see, I took the low and the high of the first wave, and I wanted to see what the third wave did right here. And actually, the third wave got above the 4.618 of the low and the high of the first wave. And right now, if we look at what's happening in this cycle, I took the low of the first wave, which is right here, and the high of the first wave, and it gave me these numbers right here. And right now, in this cycle, we also managed to get above the 4.618, which is a good sign, and it means this cycle is pretty much copying what happened in the previous cycle, which is good. Now, do I believe this is the third wave top right here? It could be, because it mirrors pretty much what happened right here. So we got above the 4.618, then we got rejected, just like we're doing right now. But here we actually tested the 1.618 level, and we did get a bounce after we tested it, but then we put in another low and we actually went below it. And in this cycle, we did not really do that. So right now we are still above the 1.618 right here, and we have not tested it. So maybe we'll quickly test it before we bounce. Now, why do I not think that this is the third wave? Well, if we look at the chart, we only have 3 waves up, which is not enough to confirm that the main third wave is actually in. So that's why I'm currently looking for another high in the fifth wave to actually confirm that this is in. And after we do get to that level, let's say we get well, actually, no, I'm not going to give you a target zone. We'll just keep this right here. I think this is a better indicator. So yeah, we're not really copying we're not copying exactly what happened in the previous cycle, but in my opinion, we'll probably do exactly what we did here. We already went above the 4.618, which is a good sign. So yeah, the third wave is most likely still happening, and maybe that's why we did not actually test the 1.618 level right here. Now, after we do get in this fifth wave right here, and we finish the main third wave, then yeah, I expect the fourth wave to actually drop a bit below the 1.618 if we want to copy what happened right here. Now, of course, it's not financial advice. You should do your own research, but things are looking good right now. And also, this whole move was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move to the upside, and this can be pretty much a first wave move to the upside. Then we got an A, B, C to go down in a second wave, and now we are going in a 5 wave move to the upside again. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5. And I've been asked if Render will top earlier than the other altcoins, and well, that's a good question, because unlike some other altcoins, Render is already in the third wave, and some other altcoins, for example, pretty much all of them, besides a few of them, are currently right here in the cycle in the second wave, and they are still to do this move right here. So is Render going to top earlier? Well, in my opinion, I don't think so. And if this right here is actually a third wave move to the upside, so something like this, then this might continue going up, and this third wave right here might overextend like crazy before we actually go in the fourth and the fifth wave to finish the cycle. And also, I mean, would it make sense for Render to go in a bear market when Bitcoin will most likely be at all-time highs? Well, no, it does not make sense. So, I mean, it could top earlier than the other altcoins, and that would mean that when the other altcoins will be pumping, this coin will be going sideways or even down. I mean, that has happened in the previous cycles. But it could also be that maybe the price will keep going up until Bitcoin actually tops, and then we'll go in a fourth wave. So again, say 1, 2, and 3, and we'll go in a fourth wave in the bear market before going in a fifth wave to complete a 5-wave move to the upside in the next bull market. So that could also be the case. Now, do I think that's hopium? Well, not really. I mean, we have 5 waves here, we have an ABC, and now we're going up in 5 waves again, so it's looking good in my opinion. This chart is looking really good. So yeah. Now let's also go on the weekly chart for a minute. So on the weekly chart, we are currently below the yellow line on the RSI, which might be a good sign. I mean, we are below the line, as you can see, and we are almost at these lows right here when looking at the RSI, but the price is like, let's see, about 345% higher than what it was right here, even though the RSI right here was pretty much the same as it is right now. So this is a good sign, and yes, in my opinion, this could mean that this fifth wave will still go up a lot before we get the third wave. Now, it could also be that maybe the third wave right here is not actually in, and maybe we'll overextend it, and then we'll get a fourth wave right here and a fifth wave to finish only the third wave. Obviously, do not look at the $300 levels. I mean, we'll most likely not get to the $300 level in this cycle, and maybe not even in the next cycle. I'm just putting this, on the chart just as reference, so you understand what I'm talking about. But, I mean, let's actually check the market cap of Render. So it has a market cap of around 2.3 billion, and at the previous all-time high of 2021, we were at about let's say $1 billion. So right now we are already at a new all-time high, and I expect the price to put in more all-time highs over the next year or so before going in the bear market. And let's say is it unrealistic to say that Render might go to like $100 in this cycle? Well, in my opinion, not really. I mean, the market cap is 2.3 billion right now. And to go to like $60, we would only need a market cap of 23 billion. And that would be the market cap of, not really Dogecoin, but let's say Dogecoin. If we do get to like a market cap of $17 billion, that would still put us at like $45 to $50. So is that unrealistic? Well, in my opinion, I don't think so. I mean, right now the chart is looking very, very good. So yeah, I see no reason to be bearish on this chart, at least as of now. And there are still so many support levels. So even if the price somehow decides that it wants to drop like another 70% overnight, we would still be above the second wave low right here. And we could always drop 70%. I'm not saying that we will, but if we do this, then there's still going to be, let's just say, time for the price to bounce back to the upside. So this is looking really good, and unless something major happens and everyone just starts dumping this coin, then I see no reason for this coin to just suddenly drop and fail this third wave move to the upside. Right now it's looking actually very, very strong. And let me remind you, we are actually up, we were up about 5,000% from the bear market low, which is really, really good. And I believe, in my opinion, people are sleeping on this altcoin. This is really, really bullish, and it looks really good. Let's also check the monthly chart. So the monthly chart, I think we'll close below the yellow line for the second month in a row. And is that really bearish? It could be bearish. Maybe we'll continue dropping if we close below it again. And it's pretty much confirmed that we will close below it, because I don't see any signs of the RSI wanting to actually go above the yellow line. So even if we do close below it, like I said, there's still a lot of room to the downside. So even if we go to like this low right here on the RSI and we drop in price to like the $1 level, $1.60 level, that would still not be bearish. And in my opinion, it would still not confirm that the cycle is over for render. So this is a bullish looking chart, and yeah, I'm really excited, I guess, to see what happens with it in the next bull market. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out our Patreon if you want some exclusive altcoin analysis. We also offer personal altcoin analysis to gold members, so if you want us to cover a specific altcoins, make sure to check that out. And if you liked this video, consider subscribing, liking, and I will see you in the next one.